So y'all, I wanted to just say hi, happy holidays. I hope everybody is doing well and doing good. If you got your wine, go ahead and get your wine. Y'all put it in this little cute glass because I thought it was just so cute. Y'all go ahead and get y'all blunts, get your snacks, get your boo, get your babe, get all that you need so you can enjoy this video with me.
Hey yo, Ice, stop playing with them, right? Finisher.
So y'all, I just really wanted to come through and do an unpopular opinion video, because I'm like, I never did one and I be seeing so many people do them. And I thought that they were fun because you get to just speak your mind, say what you want, and whoever feels away, they just feel away, okay? So if you have any problems, go ahead and put it in the comment section below. The first one that I wanted to come on here and talk about was NATALIE and Jocelyn Hernandez. I just wanted to say that, one, I feel like NATALIE Nunn does not get enough props. Like, let's just be honest. This is a girl that came from Bad Girls Club. If a lot of y'all watch Bad Girls Club, y'all know that was the show back in the early 2000s. Everybody was watching it. I had no business watching it, but I started watching it like later on in the seasons when it was more so towards like season 15, 16, 17 maybe. I think I started watching. But y'all, I can just honestly say that like NATALIE Nunn has been doing her thing. Like, if we be honest, this was a valley girl, if that's the persona y'all want to portray for her, because a lot of people say that she's like this, you know, valley girl, and she's like uppity or whatever, and she didn't come from the hood and this and that. So why is she acting the way that she's acting as of today's timing? But one, let's just keep it a buck. Like, everybody changes, everybody grows. Nobody's the same person that they was 5 to 10 years ago. So let's not criticize this woman and sit here and be like, oh well, she's doing too much, or she's acting like somebody that she's not. I'm not gonna say that she's acting like somebody that she's not. Maybe she just got to the point where she just knows herself and she's just real with herself, to where she's not finna keep doing the, you know, bougie games with y'all and keep, you know, being all nice and stuff, especially as an EP. Like, these girls would be trying to run over her if she was the old way that she used to be. Like, y'all see how Camilla was when she used to be all up in her face. How you see how NATALIE's coming at Camilla, like she knocked that straight upside her head as soon as she came through. But y'all, I just want to say, like, I felt that NATALIE is definitely doing her big one. Like, this lady is making money, she's securing the bag, she's taking care of her family. Like, anybody could talk crap about her, but at the end of the day, she's doing what she got to do to secure her family and make sure she get to that bag. Y'all know how NATALIE is. This is her show, this is her she's gonna get to the bag, okay? And I feel like it's the same thing with Jocelyn Hernandez. Like, a lot of people talked about this lady, especially when she was doing Love and Hip Hop. Like, a lot of people was trying to, oh, she's a man, her relationship's fake, this and that. I was clowning her, y'all was clowning Stevie. Like, y'all was always coming down on this lady, and I understand that's the limelight that she put herself in, but I feel like a lot of people didn't respect her based off the way that she carried herself. What both of these women have in common is that they both aren't who they used to be. They both, I could say, let people walk over them and treat them a certain way, and you get to a point where you have to earn your respect back. And I feel like both of these ladies definitely did what they had to do to earn their respect. Like, Jocelyn is not the same person that she was 10 to 15 years ago. Like, if you look back at her old clips or old videos, like, she was very emotional, or she let stuff get to her. I mean, she was still her same self, but you know, she wasn't as respected as she is today. And I feel like she definitely earned that spot by, you know, putting in the work. So let's all give them their credit and stop coming down on these women and acting like these ladies is just any old woman off the block, because at the end of the day, they made their spot. Because if it was so easy for people to be an EP, or for so many people to be a boss, then people would be a boss. So let's just give them their credit, okay? They did what they had to do to earn their respect. So I'm looking down because I got some notes. So the next one, I feel like this generation of rappers, specifically female rappers, I feel like just going downhill. Like, I feel like nowadays a lot of the music is just like trendy or just for a vibe or a moment, but people aren't making music for 10 to 15 years or to last for a lifetime. Like, let's just be honest. The only person that's doing that is Nicki. Nicki is the only person that still has bops, but her bops can last for a lifetime. Like, these are songs that we can still go back and be like, I remember that song, or this is a nostalgic song. Like, a lot of these female rappers, let's just be honest, ain't giving us no nostalgia. They not giving us no music for us to hold on to for a lifetime. You telling me you gonna be sitting there at 70, 80 years old bopping some type of Glorilla song or bopping some type of Sexy Red song? Yes, y'all may be bopping it, but I feel like it's not gonna hold a special place in y'all heart like how some of these legends can do, like how Nicki can do. So I think that the generation of female rappers is definitely like going downhill, and it may bounce back up, but I feel like as of now it's going downhill because a lot of these girls are just trying to give us what they think we want, which is the fast life, the F these dudes, F these females, get to the bag, shake your butt, show this, show that. And it's all cool because we all love a good fun moment. But I feel like it's getting to the point where now it's starting to trickle over to the children, and it's starting to make the kids grow up too fast, and it's starting to make them over sexualize themselves and feeling like they have to chase a bag or they have to do certain things that are outside their morals or outside their values. And then they're wondering why it's so hard to find a trustworthy guy, or they're wondering why it's so hard to, what's the word that I'm looking for? They wonder why it's so hard to like be at a wifey status, because look at the music that you're listening to, look at the influencers that you're looking up to. Like I can honestly say, like I had to do a detox and I had to remove a lot of people off of my channels, my YouTube channel and like my Instagrams and stuff, because I'm following a lot of people that are kind of like influencing me to live the lifestyle that they're living. And not to say that there's anything wrong with people's lives, but especially if you're making a bag, but not all money is good money and not all good music is good music. And let's just be honest, like the rap generation of today is trash. Like the song sometimes I just be listening to like, okay, like this is very ratchet, raunchy, like where's the good music? Like when I tell y'all, I've nowadays been listening to like R&B music from like my mom's generation more than I've been listening to like my own music, because sometimes it gets overwhelming. Like you get tired of hearing about like stuff that you don't even have, like talking about BBLs and talking about I just don't know. Like I don't want to get the girls in a tussle, but if we want to get into a tussle, we can go ahead and do that, okay? So I'm gonna just say, like, I feel like the girls be rapping about stuff that we can't relate to. Like if you over here rapping about a 50-inch bust down and this and that, and not to say that all the girls can't afford it, but let's be for real. Like we have priorities and we have things that we need to work on and be better in ourselves with. And if you over here trying to buy a $50 bust down, you know, things need to be paid and things need to be done, then it's just not gonna, it's not gonna vibrationally add up to what you're listening to, if that makes sense. Oh, okay, I got a message. But yeah, y'all, that was just my opinion as far as like the rap girls. Oh, and then as far as the rap dudes, like I ain't gonna lie, they starting to fall off. Like nobody really listening to Lil Baby like that. Where did the baby go? Can somebody please search for this man? Where did he go? Even if he is dropping music, ain't nobody listening to him no more. And I feel like it's because he put his own foot in his mouth. And y'all know what I'm talking about, when he went on that stage and went on tour, and he brought Tory Lanez out and that whole little situation happened or whatever. I feel like he put his own foot in his mouth to end his career. Kanye's still around, but he ain't making music like that. Drake, we not even we gonna leave Drake with the females over there, okay? Because he's over here painting his nails, putting in hair clips. I mean, do what you want to do, but if you're trying to be respected like how the men in the rap game are actually respected, then Drake, this not the area for you. This is not the group for you. You need to be over there with like the Bad Bunnies and them, because that's obviously the route you trying to go. Because if you still think you finna be over here with the Lil Babies and, you know, the Rod Waves and the Skill Babies and all that, it ain't gonna work. Because I don't see them painting nails and wearing no hair clips besides Lil Nas X and Bad Bunny and them. So if that's the route you going, then let us know what you doing. What's the tea? Or what's the wine, sis? What's the wine? Let us know what's going on, Drake. My next unpopular opinion is hair and lashes. Like y'all prices, it just don't make no sense. Like I've been hearing the controversy when it's been coming to like hair services and lash services and even nail services too. I'm gonna add that in there too. I feel like a lot of people be like overdoing it, and they be over here trying to overcharge for stuff that, you know, like damn well you shouldn't be over here overcharging for. Like why is it that people I'm seeing on Instagram let's say for hair installs, right? People are over here charging like $50 for the late fees. They over here charging whatever price that they charge you for the install. That's on you, depending on your work and your skills. All power to you. But I feel like all the extra stuff that y'all doing just don't make no sense. Like, oh, only bring one guest, or if you arrive, drop the hair off 2-3 days prior, and then that's another $50. For lashes, they be like, don't come to me if you didn't have your lashes done by me, or whatever, or the $75 deposit, and then it's $100 and plus for the lashes. Look, listen, I got my lashes done, right? It's time for them to be redone because I ain't got them done since my mom's birthday. Her birthday was December 22nd. But y'all, I just feel like all the lash prices, like all that extra stuff that y'all be listing for y'all personal services, y'all know damn well lashes shouldn't be no $350 total, because y'all, that's basically what y'all doing. Then even for like hairstyles, like if y'all charging $300 to $500 for the installs, and that's not even including late fees, that's not including drop off for the hair, that's not including dyeing, installing, washing hair, all this other shit that y'all be sitting here charging. Y'all basically charging a band just to get some temporary ass month hairstyle. I'm not finna do that. Honestly, I'm not. I'm a true believer of, if you could do it yourself, do it. Like, I feel like when it comes to my nails, I'm not really good at doing nails like that. So that's why I went to the shop. If you can see, I got these little cute glitter French tips. But yeah, I went to the shop to get these done. And then same thing with my lashes, because I don't know how to do individuals. So if it's certain things that you don't know how to do, I feel like you should definitely pay for the services to get it done if you want to look right. But don't be out here overpaying for something that you know somewhere else could be way cheaper. Ooh, excuse me. That you feel like could be way cheaper, because people be trying to get over on people, and people really be using that money for their lifestyles. Let's keep it 100. Like, y'all sitting there wondering why these girls got what they got and everything, you know, figured out. Not to say that, you know, they shouldn't, but at the same time, some of y'all be like overdoing it a little bit, and like, I feel like it's a scam. Like, you out here scamming. Okay. Now, my next unpopular opinion is the whole Cheesecake Factory controversy. So y'all, let me take a sip real quick. I just feel like at the end of the day, one, I've never been to the Cheesecake Factory, so I can't even make any judgment on their food. I just think that, like, we know when it comes to a restaurant like that, obviously it's affordable. I've seen the Cheesecake Factory before, walked past it plenty of times, but I've never actually eaten there. But while people are sitting there trying to make it seem like it's so overrated, or that's below people's standards and this and that, and we're gonna get into that in a minute, I just feel like a lot of people be trying to judge things, and it's like, but look at your life, look at your budget. Stop trying to make it seem like the Cheesecake Factory is just so bad and this and that, or certain places to go shouldn't be at the Cheesecake Factory or at IHOP or something like that. At the end of the day, if that's what you can afford, that's what you can afford. Stop trying to be over here going to Steak 48 or Roof Chris to go to all these crazy expensive high-end restaurants that you cannot afford, and then you wondering why your dude over here cheating on you with some girl that is okay with going to McDonald's, because you over here trying to go to these crazy expensive places that you know dang well you can't afford, and probably the dude that you messing with can't afford it neither. So all that, so the Cheesecake Factory shouldn't be a date. Now, I do agree with like the whole inviting the person back to your house shouldn't be a date, or like gym dates, unless you're a gym junkie and you love going to the gym like crazy. Then maybe, you know, depending on where you met the person or what was going on, because maybe y'all could have met at the gym. So maybe like y'all like, okay, let's do a gym workout together, y'all having fun. That could, you know, you can make your own fun, your own dating. But I feel like when it comes to certain things, people be trying to like belittle certain restaurants or belittle certain fun experiences, and it's just like, if that's what you can afford, that's what you can afford. Like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna go with what I can afford. So if I feel like I can afford the Cheesecake Factory, I'm gonna go to the Cheesecake Factory. If I feel like I can afford to go to a Steak 48, that's where I'm gonna go. Go where you can afford. Don't go where somebody else can afford, because that's where the problem lies. A lot of people are judging people because they can't afford where they're going. So that's why they're gonna be like, oh well, I feel like this place is overrated and this and that and da 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 da. And it's like, okay, you may feel like that, but to the next person, they don't feel like that because that's what they can afford. So stop trying to judge people, because at the end, you don't hear Beyonce out here like, oh, I ain't going to all these little high-end places, whatever names that y'all can think of that y'all classify as high-end. I don't see Beyonce or nobody like that got money sitting back clowning y'all for y'all going to these places, and she got money. She can go wherever she want to go. So I feel like, go where you can afford, period. Don't be trying to out here judge people because that's something you don't want to do, and that's your standards, that's your life. If you don't want to go to no Cheesecake Factory, you don't have to go. If you don't want to go to no man's house for no date, you don't have to go. But don't be sitting here trying to cancel out and say that these are unacceptable places, because at the end of the day, people are going where they can afford and what's in their neighborhood and what's in their budget and what's in their lifestyle. Okay, so everybody else with all that bougie shit need to exit left. I gotta fans myself for this one, y'all. Blueface, Jaden, and CHRISEAN Rock. So y'all, I just feel like when it comes to Blueface,
baby, yeah.
We all know that this man was a troll. We know that this man was a troll when he first came out, because look at the way he raps. Like, the man's wasn't never on beat, and if he was on beat, it was probably a once in a blue moon. But I just feel like he was already a troll since, like, we first seen him come out with Tatiana remix with Cardi B. We already knew that you know, he was just this real trending rapper at the moment. So anything else that kind of came along with him was already going to be like a joke, or it was going to be, you know, in today, out tomorrow. That's just how it goes. I feel like when I first seen Jaden, I thought that Jaden was cool as hell. I thought that she was right in the head. I thought she knew better. I'm like, you know, she's a Libra like me, so I'm like, okay, Libra gang, period. She was saying at the time that she wasn't messing with Blueface. She was doing an interview. She was like, it was what it was. Like, he's living his life. She's over here just doing her thing. She's taking care of her kid. She ain't messing around with nobody. She ain't messed around with nobody. It's just been him, but they doing their own thing. I'm like, I really respect that. Like, she ain't letting what he do dictate how she moves, and she still, you know, stay in the back end. She still held him down, or held their baby down, and did what they needed to do, you know, for their child. And over time, it was just like, once he started getting with CHRISEAN, which CHRISEAN, she is just a character within herself. I feel like that woman needs to heal from a lot of things, and I feel like not a Blueface or a baby is gonna help that. I feel like that lady really needs somebody to sit down and get on her ass and tell her about herself, because all that soft chummy talk and trying to like get through to her, she don't listen. She needs somebody like how Blueface be doing her, just without all the violence. Like, she need a motherfucker just on her ass and telling her about herself, because pay attention to the type of people that she be around. She be around a lot of yes men, or a lot of people that feel bad for her or have some type of empathy for her. I've been seeing a lot of people say that she been using her baby as like a storyline. I don't know, but I think that CHRISEAN needs a lot of guidance, and we all do. You know, we all young, we all still learning. I just feel like for her, now she's at a point where I feel like she's spiraling. Like, I don't think she know what to do with herself at this point, because she just pulled up to Blueface house. I'm not sure when, but y'all can check in the blogs or whatever. She pulled up to his house. I guess he didn't want her there. She brought the baby, just having the baby in the front seat, all type of stuff. And I really feel like it's just getting to a point where she don't know like what else to do, because even I seen a video of her going to some event and she was dancing on top of the DJ set, and they turned the lights off on her just because she wouldn't get down. So it's to the point where it's like the fame and the stuff that she's craving for is like slowly starting to fade out, and we can see it, and it's starting to like really get to her, because now she's trying to like, you know, pull up on him and get him to be involved in a child's life that he already done said multiple times that he didn't want to be a part of. And I'm not gonna sit here and come down on her because I'm in my own situation when it comes to these men. So I just feel like, who am I to sit there and try to judge what she's going through as far as like her feelings with this guy? But at the same time, this man has said so many times that he didn't want her baby. I just feel like it's different from a man saying that he don't want you versus a man saying he don't want your baby. Because at the end of the day, you can kind of take those blows and you can kind of take those punches, even though you may be a little blind and gullible. But I feel like when it comes to your kid, you shouldn't let nobody, not one person on this earth, tell you that they don't want your child, because then that means that they're going to put your baby in harm's way. And I wouldn't even want, if I had a kid by a man, I wouldn't want my baby around somebody that's telling me they don't want my kid, or talking about my child, or saying that my child don't look like them, get a DNA to all this other stuff, woo, woo, woo. Because think about it, when you leave your baby with that person, what is that person gonna do? That person probably gonna be having, you know, drugs or alcohol around your baby, probably have people that shouldn't be around your baby. Anything can happen to your child. So I just feel like she should just leave that man where he at and just raise her baby. And she should really just like show the world that like she's just trying to grow and elevate. I feel like she was so close at her peak when she went to the Rihanna, I believe, Super Bowl game. I felt like that was like her peak. Like she was this close to like really blowing up and gaining fame, because she was around so many celebrities. People was trying to talk to her, people was, you know, trying to get on that with her. But at the same time, she was still stuck on Blueface. So I felt like that was the point where she could have like really blown up. But she set herself back by messing with him, you know, throwing certain celebrities under the bus and all that type of stuff. So I feel like she's at a point where she's trying to like find fame now, and the fame is slowly starting to die down, because the only reason why people tuned in was because of the DV situation she was in, or because of the crazy stuff that they was posting online. Now that it's not that anymore, and you know, he's gonna continue to do what he wants to do, whether if it's with her or if it's with Jaden or if it's with another crazy low vibrational person, you know, he's gonna do that because that's just who he is. And I just feel like the only person that could really better themselves out this situation is CHRISEAN, and she only got, I feel like, so much amount of time left to do that before people all together collectively just like check out away from her and just be on some like so, just like how people do Tokyo Tony, I believe that's her name, Black China's mom. I feel like at first with their relationship, like a lot of people was tuned in, and a lot of people was like, you know, really rooted for them and really liked them, and they had so much fame and so much clout. And I feel like now that the drama is over and Black China just really don't deal with her mom like that, and she removed herself out the situation, now what do you see Tokyo doing? She always in a situation, she always looking for clout. She be talking about she is a celebrity and this and that, and yes, she's a celebrity's mom, she's a celebrity mom, but at the same time, like her having her own individual clout and still being relevant to where people are tuning into her and want to see what she's doing and what's her lifestyle, and ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody doing that, because at the end of the day, like, people wanted to see her for the drama that she was in with her own child, like disowning her child, saying she should have, just all types of stuff, man. Like, that lady did a lot, and people get turned off after a while when you don't bring any drama to them anymore, or the main reason they tuned in for you, you're not doing anymore. So I feel like that's kind of what CHRISEAN is going through. Like, the fact that it's no more drama, it ain't no more crazy hair pulling and fighting and tooths missing and all that. Now she's just trying to find a reason to get this man's attention, because I don't think she's trying to necessarily do it all for clout. I think she genuinely do still love this man. And even though it can never be the same, I think she wanted to kind of be, because we are women, let's just be honest. She had a baby by this man. If she didn't want to be with him or didn't want a child by him, she would have made sure she didn't. But I feel like she really loved this man, and now it's getting to a point where it's like, okay, he don't want me no more. But at the same time, like, I get a lot of attention when I'm messing with him, or when he doing something to piss me off. Like, you already pissing me off, but now you're doing it on the internet, so now I'm about to geek up because I'm the one getting clout off of this. I'm the one that made you be who you are. It's just, it's a lot with them. And I feel like with the whole CHRISEAN and Jaden linking up, I think it was innocent for a second, but then I think it went right back fake, because at the end of the day, they was cool, they was hanging out, they bonded over not liking this man's or having an issue with this man's, having kids with this man or whatever. Now it's to the point where it's like, okay, now like if you notice, just even the way CHRISEAN talk, like she'd just be saying something like, oh well, that's her money, that's her stuff, da, da, da. Like she ain't bashing Jada no more, but it's more so like she's still involved in what they got going on, and she supposed to have a whole nigga at this point. So I don't know, y'all. Pray for CHRISEAN, pray for Jaden. Blueface, he gonna still continue to be a narcissist and an a-hole, because that's just who he was before even meeting CHRISEAN anyway. So I'm gonna just pray for them two ladies and pray for their kids as well, because their kids don't deserve this at all, because they still babies. So it's whatever. Next we got Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, I feel like kind of the same thing how I just said with CHRISEAN. I feel like Megan Thee Stallion low-key has fell off. I feel like she's not where she was in the beginning of her rap career. I think that she kind of let the industry eat her up and spit her out, just because she was just so like excited to be there. And let's just keep it 100. I feel like I would have did the same thing. Like, you around people that you grew up listening to, you grew up watching on your TV screen. Now you're literally face to face with people. You're in the same section with these people. Like this lady seen Beyonce. She be on stage with Beyonce. So you gotta realize, like, you get so excited because you're thinking in your mind that like these people are who you perceive them to be through your TV screens, through your radio, through your phone, whatever. And then you meet these people and you see that like they play the game just like everybody else in the industry play the game. And I feel like Megan Thee Stallion has learned some valuable lessons in the past couple years. I think that her music is amazing. She got some good bops. I just think that like the direction of where her music is going is no longer like relatable to people anymore. I think that she's kind of at a place where she just got to rebrand her whole stuff. Like, not to say she can't do rap anymore, but maybe she needs to get into some other things, like just a whole different field outside of rap, because now it's to the point where people aren't tuned into her the way that they used to be tuned into her. Like, they used to like her because she was just this boss girl. She about 6 feet something, stallion. She can twerk, she's pretty, she got all these dudes on her body. But I just feel like after, you know, throwing so many men under the bus, so many men talking about they slept with her, you know, the way she was kind of moving in the industry, the fact that there's a whole black man right now locked up behind her and the situation involving her, I feel like that really turned off a lot of people, because you can't be out here, you know, kind of repping about like, you know, in a sense like if these dudes get to the bag or sleeping with a dude, but you the reason why it's a whole dude locked up right now. So like I said, it's all about relatability. If people can't relate to you, they gonna tune away from you. And I feel like Megan is now at the point where people can't really relate. They could probably relate on certain aspects, like being depressed or going through certain things, or, you know, having people turn their back on you, woo, woo, woo. But who wants to sit there in depression all damn day? Like, don't nobody want to be sitting there talking about that. The reason why people tuned into her, because she was on some hot girl so people want to hear the hot girl like, at the end of the day, like I said, let's go back to my second unpopular opinion in the beginning about the generation of rap girlies. Like, at the end of the day, I don't think none of them know where they going for real. I just think they all just trying to follow everybody else and follow each other and follow whatever the teens are putting out and whatever the teens want to hear. Because best believe, like, if Megan wants to, she could really bounce back. But I feel like people are just so turned off on the thought that like she kind of slept behind her friend back. She got a black man locked up. A dude that she was dating did not cheated on her, but allegedly, but he claims he didn't. He claims she cheated first, allegedly. And it's just like, Megan. And it's like, no matter how much performance she do next to Beyonce, I feel like that'll never bring back the image that people first had of her being that. You feel me? Like, she'll never get that. She'll never get that back, because people will never live down what you did in the past. Nobody. And the internet can never be deleted, so they're gonna always mention her situation. And speaking of cheating in situations, let's jump on to Miss Cardi B and Mr. Offset. I got a couple things that I want to say about this man. I just feel like at the end of the day, this is not my business, but we gonna get into it, okay? I think that like he just did wrong. If that was his post of him putting the heart eyes under Nicki Minaj picture, I just felt like that was so disrespectful. At the end of the day, I can never come back from that, because that's just showing me that you really not for me. Like, you doing some back end like that. Like, who he be into it with? Let me think. He was into it with shoot, I don't know, let's just say Quavo or something, because that's his family. So let's just say by him being into it with Quavo, and then she turn around and go put some heart eyes or something under his picture, or she put some heart eyes under Lil Baby or the baby or whoever he had a problem with, I'm pretty sure he would have definitely went the off. Like, you know dang well this is his girl arch enemy. They didn't have problems for years now, and then you gonna turn around and do that. And then not only do that, you gonna turn around allegedly and bring the girl that you know she got into an altercation with in the past for and almost got locked up behind. You gonna turn around and hang out with her too. I just feel like men, they be doing what they be doing. They be real, I feel like they be more messier than females. Let's just keep it 100. Like, these men be real messy. Like, how long was you sitting there holding on to that thought that you was gonna do that to me before you actually did it? Because that wasn't no like quick impulse. That was something that you've been meditating on. That was something that you've been thinking about doing, because if it wasn't that, you wouldn't have jumped on it to do it that quick. That girl wouldn't even have been a thought in your head. So that's how I know that like he low-key probably liked it, that girl that he was messing around with, and was just waiting for something to happen for him to just go and mess with that girl like that and invite her to his birthday party and all that stuff allegedly that quick. You feel me? Let me tell you. Now, Cardi, I know you love your man. Your man. But your man is out here doing some slimy stuff, okay? I just feel like Cardi is just a really pretty girl. Like I said, Libra gang. She's another Libra too. I rocks with her too. I just think that us Libras, we try so hard, and we love so hard, and we people please a lot. And we be wanting people to just like see the value in us and see that like we're down with you to death do us part. And you know, you could literally be laying next to your op or laying next to the enemy, and that sucks. Like, as a Libra, we just want to be loved. We just want to do the right thing. We just want to be good partners and, you know, good friends, and just be good in life. And sometimes everybody don't think like that, and everybody's not like that. And then Offset is Sagittarius too, so good luck, sweetie. It's only gonna be until she decide that one time to get up and leave, his whole world gonna come crashing down. For all the time she done cried and hurt, then been angry, then like she gave life for this man. She birthed 2 lives for this man, and he's turned around so many times and then did stuff to this lady. Like, the one time she get up and leave, his whole world gonna end. He gonna be over with. He'll never be the same. Like, he may find another one, he may have another baby, may live a whole nother life, whatever ends up happening. But best believe that that woman will always be in his mind, and she'll always be in his heart, and that'll be something he'll always feel like he fumbled. And that's just how it go. These men, they gonna always get their karma. That's just how it go, honestly. My next one, I feel like Young Miami is definitely out here catching a bag. she catching a bag as far as Diddy can throw it. How could you still be around a man that's out here having all these accusations? Like, you know the saying that like all these people can't be lying on you. Like, if everybody's saying the same thing, obviously it's true. Now, we know that the industry and the blogs and stuff be on some he say she say stuff, and sometimes everything is not true. People telephone a lot of stuff. But let's just keep it a buck. Like, rumors of this man doing shicey stuff has been going on for years. Like, even from the people he then mistreated in his own camp, his own management teams, his own, you know, everything. So it just be like, what makes you think he wouldn't have mistreated the lady that he's been with for over a decade? Then you come along and you want to be on some, oh, well, I, you know, basically don't want no parts of that. I don't want to hear la 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 la, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. That's basically what she's on. And it's just like, ma'am, if the receipts start coming out, you're gonna feel stupid. Because if people actually got like tapes or video recordings or whatever, allegedly, girl, your whole brand gonna be demolished. And that's why JT don't want to be around you, allegedly. Because think about it, what do I look like as a friend being around my friend and her dude is getting lawsuits for sexually assaulting his ex and abusing her and basically, you know, being her or whatever, all that, like, allegedly. It's just crazy. Like, I don't even know how I would gasp that. And then they from the hood, so it's just like, at a certain point, like, when do you just take a step back and be like, not all money is good money? But I don't know, maybe she feel like she can't run away from Diddy or something, because then they was talking about how she didn't get her nails done white, just the same thing that Cassie was talking about. She had to always get her nails painted white, allegedly, because he liked it, her nails painted white, because it go good with the melanin skin of the black man and all that. And then you see Carisha with the white nails, and it's just like, girls, you slowly falling into submission. Because not to say it's gonna come overnight, no, because she's still her own person, but I feel like she's not who she was in the beginning. Like, she's getting away, she's letting this man get away with a lot of things. He helped her with her talk show. Like I said, she's getting the nails done the way he want them to. She talking about she like golden showers, allegedly, just in case she take it back and say she don't, allegedly. You feel me? So it just be like, don't let that man get you down a rabbit hole that you can't get yourself up out of, because you thought all them other men that you was dealing with before was bad. You can't run away from Diddy. This man is a nationwide superstar. Let's just give him his props. The man is known all around the world. You not finna just go run away from this man's and it's just gonna be all peaches and cream, especially if you done seen some things you had no business seeing. Ain't no getting away from Diddy, okay? All right, the next one is Trina saying that Beyonce is the queen of rap. Like, what? First of all, why wouldn't you say yourself? You're a rapper yourself. Like, where in the equation was Beyonce even a thought when it comes to rap? Like, she could have said, who's closest to like the queen of rap right now? I don't know. I would say Megan, maybe, because Megan got bars. I would say Ken the Man, because Ken the Man got bars. I would say it's really not a handful of them. Mulatto for sure. All these females got actual bars. So for her to have said Beyonce, is just like, Beyonce is not a rapper. Beyonce is a singer. She raps sometimes, but to say queen of rap, I felt like that was a little shady. Like, what beef she got with Nicki? What's the beef, sis? Because we all know that Nicki is the queen of the shit. And I'm a barb to a certain extent. Like, of course, I love Nicki hands down. I've been listening to Nicki forever. I just feel like, why wouldn't she have mentioned Nicki Minaj when Nicki is clearly a rapper that sings as well, but she's ultimately a rapper. And before any of these other girls was even thought of, or even in our mind frames, the only rappers that we knew of was Nicki. So it's just like, why would you be sitting there talking about Beyonce is the queen of rap? Beyonce ain't been rapping that long. Probably just started rapping maybe, I'll say like 7 years ago. Maybe I could even be giving that a little bit too much time frame, but she ain't even been rapping that long for us to be qualifying her as the queen of rap. And then, like I said, why wouldn't Trina put herself in a category? Like, Trina, you've been a rapper. You may not rap anymore. I don't know if she still raps or not, but Trina, you, maybe it was some shade there. Maybe. The next one. having standards. I feel like when it comes to having standards, a lot of people be sitting there trying to like downplay people's standards. Like at the end of the day, you're gonna accept what you're gonna accept, and I'm gonna accept what I'm gonna accept. But don't be trying to like downplay my standards because you think that they're too high. Let's just be honest. Like, I'm a simple person to a certain extent, but I'm starting to get to that point where like I don't want to be simple no more. Like, I feel like when you tell people that you're simple, or you telling people like, oh, I don't accept much, they're literally not gonna give you or they're gonna give you the bare minimum because you telling them, oh, I don't accept much. So I told myself like, I'm not gonna keep doing that. I'm not gonna keep telling people that, you know, I accept this and I accept that, because in all actuality, no, I do not. And I think that's what comes with me being that people pleasing type of person. At the end of the day, I don't want to be getting the bare minimum, and I don't want to be getting just what you can do. Like, give me what you can do and above, like, because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you what I can do and above. So don't give me no bare minimum shit just because you accept bare minimum. We don't even need to be in the same spaces. And I feel like that is what is starting to cut out the weak people from the good people. Because at the end of the day, like, when you got standards, people are going to respect you according to how your standards are. If you like, nah, you can't just give me this gift, you can't just give me this this type of date, or you can't just treat me this certain type of way, like, I ain't tolerating it, you can go ahead and move along, because I know about a couple other people that'll do it the way I want them to. Don't, you know, lower your values because the next person feel like, oh, well, this is all I can do, so this all you gonna take. Hell no, that's not, no, that's not what we doing here, okay? I feel like the next one, power. Let's just talk about it. Speaking of giving people they props, for me a little bit more while. But speaking of giving people they props, I feel like 50 Cent definitely deserves his freaking props, hands down. Like, let me just clap it up for this man. I had to clap it up for 50, because at the end of the day, 50 been working his butt off. Like, you tell me who you know got like 3, 4, 5 different series of TV shows and they all correlate. Who? I'm waiting. At the end of the day, we don't know nobody who is a producer of his own that got different episode series that are all correlated and all come back together in the same show. Nobody. If you know somebody that can do it, please put it down in the comments. But as far as my thinking, as far as my knowledge, I don't know nobody else can do it. And I feel like that man's 50 that came a long way. And that's what I meant when I said that Megan should be doing something outside of her lane. Like, instead of doing rapping, she should probably get into something. Like, I know she did acting, but I think she should probably get into like producing or something, because the rap is not lasting that long, because people really don't like her like that anymore. So I feel like what 50 did was like the smartest thing ever, and it's so relatable. Like, he got, you know, actors from where I'm from Chicago, so he got, you know, Tommy. If you've watched Power, then you know, but he got Tommy starring in Chicago right now. So I feel like that's real big, because you know, relating to the hood, relating to people that live this life, or in a sense, you know, do these day-to-day things, like having to be in these neighborhoods, or having to, you know, see the certain things that we see. And I feel like he's really like gave back and dedicated to his people and what we want to see. Like, I think that's probably the only show right now that's really, really relatable. Like, we can't name no other show that's really relatable. And yeah, they talk about, you know, drugs or shootings or whatever that be going on in their show, but at the same time, it's more relatable than any other show that I can think of right now. And maybe the second to best relatable show could be Baddies, because I mean, we know people be out here fighting and going to the clubs and hanging out and drinking. I mean, that's relatable too, so that's probably why it's still going. But at the same time, yeah, let's just give 50 his props. Like, he's doing his thing, and that'd be really dope if I can get into doing like movies or acting or some type of producing or behind the scenes stuff, because it's just it looks fun. Like, it's just really dope that he, you know, built a whole empire based on that. Like, money, power, and respect. I gotta give him his props for that. Okay, now the next unpopular opinion I have is, and it's gonna be the last one because we've been on her for a minute. 50-50, 70-30, or 100-0. I feel like when it comes to this one here, it depends on what your situation is. If you are the type of woman or man that can provide 50-50, 70 or 100% to a relationship, then that depends on what you have going on in your life. If you can only work to support you and you only, then of course you're going to have a 50-50 relationship, because you only have so much to provide for a person. And I feel like if you do, that's okay. Don't be out here trying to break yourself or break the budget because you're trying to keep somebody. At the end of the day, work on yourself, work on bettering your coins a little bit, so that way you don't have to worry about being 50-50 with the person or 50-0 with the person, because people will do you like that too. You could be putting in just a little bit of effort and people putting in none at all, or you putting in the 100% effort. You know you got it all good, you got everything in the bag, and a person's still not helping you the way that you want them to. So sometimes it just depends on your circumstance, and it depends on the other person's circumstance. But if you want some good unpopular opinion advice, I advise you to say that and date according to your standards and date according to what you want. If you feel like you want a man to take you out and do this and do that, then don't be out here dating dudes that tell you, nah, I can't take you nowhere but McDonald's. You're gonna have to be single and keep looking around till you find that man to be like, all right, let me plan this date, let me do this, let me do that for you. And woo, you're only gonna take what you tolerate. And I feel like that's the same thing for me too. Like, the reason why I go through certain things or certain situations is because what I tolerate and what I take. He's sitting there like, nah, I want to deal with this type of person because they have these type of qualities and I have these type of qualities that I can meet. Then we should be all good. Like, I ain't never finna be sitting there begging no man to do this and do that I can't do. You feel me? I don't want a man to be thinking he got to take me to Tulum or take me to Jamaica and all this other stuff, and I can't even take myself there. Like, that don't even make no sense. But I know if I could take myself to this nice steak restaurant, or if I could take myself, why is people calling? Like I was saying, if I know I could take myself to this nice steak restaurant or to this nice out-of-town place or whatever, that's something I know I can bring to the table. So why not date somebody that can do that too? Why am I dating somebody that only want to take me to the nearest Wendy's or want to take me to the nearest park or something to, you know, mess around and do something? No, we not doing that, because at the end I don't even operate like that. If a person is doing like 70-30, because let's just keep it 100, I'm a woman, so if a man is doing 70-30, I just feel like, yeah, that's cool. You know, I'm gonna try to work my way up to get to your level, but you know, just sit back, be pretty, be cute, you know, don't let it get to you too much. But at the same time, don't settle if you don't want to, and you don't have to neither. That's just my unpopular opinion. So y'all, if you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video too. Also, turn on that bell notification, y'all. I'm gonna start uploading more. I haven't done it in a minute because it's just been so much going on. But at the same time, I told myself, like, greatness comes from consistency. How am I gonna be great if I'm not consistent? So if y'all genuinely love me, y'all genuinely liked the video, and y'all vibe with me, please just, you know, keep commenting. Let me know what y'all want to see next. I did this one because I just wanted to do it. I just thought it'd be dope. If y'all have any opinions y'all selves that y'all want to list down in the comments, go ahead and let me know. I ain't scared of nothing. Go ahead and tell me what it is, okay? So yeah, y'all, that's it for the rest of this video. Bye.